What if I told you one of my Sims destroyed her entire life? Not in a moment, but in a series of quiet, secret choices. Because Zoe Capulet didn't mean for any of this to happen, but by the time she realized what she'd done, there was no going back. Before she was Zoe Capulet, she was Zoe Patel, a pre-made townie living in Oasis Springs, just trying to figure out her life. But everything changed the moment she met Pierre Capulet. Their love moved fast. Zoe fell for Pierre, and soon after they were married. They built a life together, and not long after, welcomed twins, Gabrielle and Lionel. And for a while, everything felt perfect. But life with children isn't easy. Between sleepless nights and constant responsibility, Zoe and Pierre stopped making time for each other. The romance faded. Conversations became shorter, the connection quieter. And Zoe felt alone. But Zoe had a secret. She had been talking to Lyle Montague, Pierre's sworn enemy. She told herself it was harmless, just friendship. In fact, she believed she could fix things, that one day she could bring peace between them. But that wasn't what happened. Because Lyle listened. He noticed her. He complimented her. He saw her in ways Pierre no longer did. And slowly that line began to blur. One night, Zoe snuck out to Magnolia Blossom Park. She told herself it was to end things, but then Lyle stepped closer. The words she practiced disappeared. One moment changed everything. He leaned in, and she didn't pull away. That kiss was brief, but it made something real. Something she could never undo. What followed was a secret affair. Hidden meetings, late-night escapes, stolen moments, and at home, a marriage falling apart. Pierre buried himself in his obsessions, and Zoe, she ran straight into Lyle's arms. After one night together, Zoe felt something was wrong. She took a test. Positive. She panicked. She couldn't lose her family, not her children, not her life. So she made a choice. She lied. She went back to Pierre, reignited their romance, and made sure he would believe the baby was his. She told Lyle the truth, but she also told him she couldn't leave her husband, and somehow he understood. They continued anyway. Secret meetings, dangerous risks, a life built on lies. Things only got worse. A second pregnancy, and this time, Zoe knew the truth. The baby was Lyle's. And she realized she wanted a future with him, but he wasn't ready. He had a wife, a family, a life of his own. Zoe was trapped. She couldn't tell Pierre. She couldn't leave. She couldn't continue like this. But she did anyway, because the one thing she feared most was losing her children. So she kept lying. One night, after everyone had gone to bed, Zoe was alone in the kitchen, cleaning up, thinking, carrying the weight of everything she had done, when suddenly the stove caught fire. The flames spread fast. Pierre rushed to save the children, but when he turned back for Zoe, it was already too late. Zoe Capulet died in that fire. But her story didn't end there. She came back as a ghost, and not just anywhere. She came back to haunt Lyle Montague. No one knows why. No one can get her to move on. She'll only speak the truth of what she's done, but she won't leave. And the haunting is only getting worse. So now I have to ask, was Zoe a victim of loneliness or the architect of her own downfall? And what do you think she wants now that she's back? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to follow this chaotic legacy, don't forget to subscribe.